You ever wonder why some players rise under pressure while others crumble? Why do some teams keep improving with the competition that they're faced where you see some other ones that just stay stuck the way they are? The answer isn't talent, it's mindset. And too often, the surroundings of players, whether they're young or older, when they're younger, it's the parents. When they're older, it's their peers or their environment. So what happens is very often you'll see that the player's environment or their support system unintentionally shape the wrong mindset. Hey, it's Markins. Welcome back to another episode of a great topic that we want to discuss. Mindset. Having the proper mindset is everything you need to approach the game appropriately. And we don't want to just talk about wins and losses. We want to talk about everything that goes behind that. So with this episode, here we don't just talk about soccer. We talk about the mindset, what's needed to succeed. And a lot of times it's things that you're using on the field for today, but that also can be applied off the field. All right. So what are we tackling today? The hard truth. Some parents, because we're talking about young players, and they're one of their strongest spheres of influence when you're younger, it's your parents. So parents focus more on winning and feeling good about the results that they get from game to game, and ultimately unintentionally rob their kids of the most important lessons sports have to offer. All right, so what do? They transfer frustrations when things don't go as planned, right? They chase that instant gratification in terms of the wins and avoid the learning that can happen from failures or not getting what you want or being challenged. So a lot of times what you'll get from the challenges are just as important for your character as any win could ever offer. Okay, it's just as important. So the true success in sports, business, life comes from learning from the failures that you may face, because a lot of times they're not even failures, they're feedback, an opportunity to learn from. Okay, that's the only way you're going to get to push forward. So it's a little bit of a trap, and having the right mindset around those definitely can help you maximize what you can get out of every challenge that you face, which is the true meaning and the way you maximize what you can get from sports. Okay, so the trap of instant gratification. All right, so of course it's natural for parents to want their kids to win. They want them to feel good when they get back in the car, right? It's natural. We want the best for our kids. I want the same thing for my kids. Everyone does. But when winning becomes the only focus, something dangerous happens. All right, so here's what happens. Kids start fearing failure instead of embracing the challenges, because they've seen it as failure. They're actually connecting the results that they didn't want. They actually connected with something conclusive, like being either good or bad. It's neither one of those things. Okay, so what do? They play safe, avoiding risk, right? That could actually help them improve. Like, take a chance, dude. Who cares, right? I just tell my friends, take a chance, right? Take a chance. I'll tell you when it's too dangerous. I'll let you know that, but please go out there and take some risk. And then they crumble under pressure because losing isn't seen as a lesson. It's actually seen as a disaster in their minds. Well, that couldn't be further from the truth. So what can we do? Well, the coaches need to teach the kids, like, listen, your focus needs to be about how well you're playing this game and how much you're learning from it, and how much progression you're making from the beginning of the game to the end of the game. All right. Parents also need to shift their focus on short-term wins, but long-term development. Okay. It's a huge part of the mindset, because again, the kids are very, very highly influenced by parents and coaches. That's why I say parents first, because they spend most time with their parents, and then coaches. All right. So learning from losses, the foundation of growth. The best athletes, the best leaders, the best businesses, they all have one thing in common. They fail a lot before they succeed. There is no ifs and buts about that. Okay. This is why when our team starts winning too easily, we raise the bar. We want them to move up and see, okay, how can we challenge them so that winning is not so easy? Because easy wins don't make champions, okay? Facing challenges and responding to adversity does. learning how to do that, the earlier you are when you're learning this, the closer you get to be a champion. You get there faster, okay? Every loss is a chance to adjust and grow. Players who lose but learn, so let's say a player loses, but they learn to become stronger, smarter, tougher. The faster they embrace that, the faster they succeed. The faster success comes, okay? So if you want your child to succeed faster, allow them to face the failures more, okay? And then help them learn from it. The younger they are, the better it's gonna be. I promise you, okay? So it's really, really key, all right? So the true purpose of sports is to build character for the player on the field and the person off the field. At the end of the day, youth sports aren't just about the scoreboard, all right? They're about who your child becomes in the process. So through challenges, sports develop a lot. Resilience, for example, learning to fight back, okay, after setbacks, getting back up, right when you get knocked down, get back up. The mental toughness, staying focused when things get hard, okay? And grit and determination, pushing through struggles instead of just giving up, having the have the no give up attitude, and the emotional control, learning to handle pressure, frustration, and then ultimately success, right? So we don't want to over celebrate, rubbing things in the players' faces, your opponent's faces. And you certainly don't want to be crying just because you're losing either. I mean, you want to respond appropriately. Already. So winning a game is great. You will learn how to do that by facing your adversities and learning how to grow from them. Okay, that mindset, it's winning is a consequence of that mindset. It really is. I'm not just saying that. I've gone through it myself at a very young age. I played against much older players. I lost a lot of games, but ultimately, when I became an adult and I really, really got to my peak, the resilience that I had built from the early years was truly, truly valuable to me, mentally, physically, emotionally. Okay? The role of parents in this journey. As a parent myself, I have to ask myself that question as well. Are we teaching our child to fear failure or learn from it? Okay? Do we want a quick result, or do we want them to become the best version of themselves possible by allowing them to face some adversities? Are we supporting their growth? Are we only focused on wins so that we ourselves can feel good about the games that we go and watch and support our kids? So if you want your child to grow, embrace the process. Push them through tough challenges that they may be facing. Help them analyze some of the losses and how to approach improvement, right? Show them that failure is a feedback on their performance, but it's also an opportunity to grow and learn from. So the next time your child faces a setback, ask them, what could you learn from that? How do you think you can improve? What do you think you can do differently next time? Because the mindset shift will create real champions from within. You know what I mean? So, and I truly want you to apply a little bit of this at a time so that we can start to shift the mindset, because it does take time. Hey, thanks for tuning in with the Mass Young Gunners. It's another great episode that I love. The mind component of sports is something that I truly appreciate. I hope this message resonates with you. Share it with another parent, share it with other people you think could benefit from it. Until next time, embrace the failures, learn from them, and let's keep growing as much as we can so we can maximize our potential. Talk to you soon.